Yo, what it do, guys? It's your boy E5ENT Dre, and I'm back with another anime arc review. And in today's video, we will be reviewing the second arc of Boruto, which is the Sarada Uchiha arc. There's going to be two parts of this video. There's going to be the non-spoiler one, which is the first part, and then the second part, which is the spoiler review, which I'm just going to be telling the whole plot basically from beginning to end. So if you want to get to the spoiler part, you can go to this number. So now again, this arc is also filler, same as the first one. Speaking of the first one, if you haven't seen it, check it out up here. But yeah, this arc is filler, so again, it's not essential to the story, but you know, it's another world building arc that you could watch, you know. But I will say that this arc is definitely more entertaining than the last, for sure. While last arc was more of an introductory type, this one is getting to focus more so on one of the main characters I wasn't really focused on much in the last arc, which is Sarada Uchiha. Sarada Uchiha is the daughter of Sasuke and Sakura, and basically this whole arc is about her figuring out about herself and her parents, and then that leading to some troublesome things, you know, down the way, which ends up being life-threatening to her parents. So, you know, it's really just a journey for young Sarada, you know, trying to figure out what it means to be an Uchiha, and she's trying to figure out, you know, who her dad is, because Sasuke, who is the Shadow Hokage for Naruto, you know, he's out on missions or, you know, scouting and, you know, making sure everything is peaceful and nice out there in the world. And, you know, her mother, she never talks about Sasuke because, you know, of the confidentiality of, you know, his job, you know. So that's really the main point, again, of this arc, between her finding out who she really is, and then also of the dangerous threat that, you know, threatens the lives of her parents again, Sasuke and Sakura. It's definitely more entertaining, and if you plan on watching Boruto, then this arc is definitely going to be one of the best filler arcs for sure. This arc is definitely better in the fact that it has more action than the last arc, and not only more action but also more Sasuke. You know, everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody loves Sasuke, but I love me some Sasuke. So he's up in there, and not only is Sasuke up in there, but also Orochimaru makes an appearance, and also Jugo, Soigetsu, Karin, you know, that whole group makes an appearance. So, you know, it's a nice little splash back to the past, you know what I'm saying? So now that you made it to the spoiler part, I will start off by saying the plot is basically, again, Sarada trying to figure out who she is between her mom and her dad, because her dad's always gone. Her dad's gone, being a Shadow Hokage for Naruto, being out on missions, and her mom, Sakura, won't talk about Sasuke at all because, you know, that's just their whole relationship, and also the confidentiality of, you know, his job as Shadow Hokage. So, you know, Sarada just wants more information on her dad because she hasn't seen him when he was little. And then, you know, she starts to question, is Sakura her actual mom? And, you know, eventually it gets to a point where Sakura gets angered by this. It gets to a point where she destroys the house even, and ends up fainting and has to go to the hospital. And then from there, Sarada takes it upon herself to, you know, find her real parents, you know, or at least find her dad, Sasuke. And so eventually she gets Chocho to follow her, who's also looking for her real dad, who, you know, is obviously Choji. But yeah, she gets an excuse because Naruto forgot his lunch and he was gonna go out and look for Sasuke, so she decides to bring the lunch to him. And, you know, while her and Chocho are following Naruto, they're ambushed by Shin Uchiha, which is a creation. I don't know if it's a creation of Orochimaru or a person that Orochimaru experimented on. Either or, Orochimaru has something to do with Shin, you know. And so, you know, they get ambushed. They hold their own until Naruto comes in, swoops in, saves the day, and, you know, Shin Uchiha retreats. Naruto brings Sarada and Chocho with him along to see Sasuke. Sarada senses Sasuke in the temple that, he's staying at, or their meetup point, and eventually she gets attacked by Sasuke because he believes that, the people who he's been dealing with is, trying to make it seem like it's a kid in Sarada. So he doesn't even know what his own kid looks like in Sarada because it's been so long since he's seen her, obviously. So she's out crying, saying he's a bad dad, he sucks. Shin comes back, gets a drop on all of them. Sakura comes in for the win and saves the day, but then she gets transported away by Shin, and through them trying to find Shin Uchiha in his hideout, they go to Orochimaru to find out, what's up with him and all the details and stuff. While that's going on, Sarada takes Soigetsu aside and asks about Karin and Sasuke's relationship, but obviously there was no relationship except that Karin really cared for Sasuke, and she asked for a DNA test in which they have Karin's umbilical cord and finds out that that's her actual mom. So she's devastated. Naruto overhears this, calls Soigetsu an idiot, and he tries to sway Sarada into helping Sakura because whether that's her mom or not, you still gotta help her out. That's the right thing to do. She's the one who raised her. That's what being a mother is. It's not about blood. It's about the love that is shown between a mother and a daughter, or a mother and a child. That's basically his whole speech, a Naruto speech. So she goes on and wants to save Sakura, save her mom, and so they go and find Shin's hideout. Sakura's holding her own against Shin, who she's fighting at the hideout, and then Sasuke comes in, saves the day. Sarada, about to get hurt, but then Sasuke gets in the way for his daughter, and Sarada's like, are y'all together? Well, how do you know y'all love each other? And Sasuke says, you're the living proof. Obviously they love each other because we had you. And while I understand it's a sweet testament, we all know that just because you have a kid with somebody does not mean that you really love them. Okay, we know in this world, in this Naruto verse, that's more than likely, but in real life we all know that ain't the deal. But again, a sweet message nonetheless. So all the little Shin kids, because it's a big Shin and then a little Shin, all the little Shins jump big Shin, take him out. Little Shins go back to the village with all of them, and they get put into a school by Kabuto, or a little orphanage by Kabuto, which is a nice little cameo by him. And Sarada is back with her family. Sasuke's back in the village for a little bit, and it comes out that Karin actually delivered Sarada for Sakura, as a favor to Sasuke or whatever. And she still has feelings for him, obviously, but it was just a nice thing to do, which is cool. So Sakura is actually Sarada's mother, for those who didn't understand the plot. But yes, that is basically the whole Sarada Uchiha arc in a vacuum, basically. Definitely better than the last arc for sure, just story wise, and while it didn't have really too much Boruto, it has Uchihas, which Uchihas are the clan that fascinates me the most because of the potential of their power, and that there's only two of their clan living in Sasuke and Sarada. So that intrigues me. That's what intrigues me about this arc. Yeah, it's a good arc. I'd probably rate this arc probably at 8 out of 10 for sure, because while it was better than the last arc for sure, undoubtedly. It was short. It was only 6 episodes. It's also filler, so you can only take it for for so much. But yeah, it's still a good arc. It is still a solid arc. It is better than the last arc, like I said. That'll be it for today, guys. I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you haven't seen the last arc review, go ahead and check that one out. Hopefully this one was better than the last one. You know, you can compare by checking it out. If you like this one, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that for your boy, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.